call DirecTV.
Well, his songs have been recorded by legends like Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Ray Charles, even Kermit the Frog. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hall of Famer, a songwriter you all know, Paul Williams.
Hey, Mike.
Great to have you here, Paul. You are one of the most prolific songwriters in American history, and the body of your work extends such that we could never, ever cover it all.
Well,
but you're now doing this thing called ASCAP.
I have the great honor of being president and chairman of the board of ASCAP. ASCAP licenses the music of almost 100 years worth of great American song. You know, Governor, right now while you and I are talking, there's some little lady sitting there writing on a keyboard, probably an electric keyboard with headsets, so she doesn't wake the baby in the next room. This woman deserves to, if her songs become hits, she deserves to make a viable living with her music, and that's part of what I'm doing. To me, there's 3 levels of payment for a song. First level of payment is that moment when you learn about yourself. It's like free therapy, you know. And you play it for a young lady, and she goes, "Oh," and you go, "Wow, she likes me. Have I gone from weird to wonderful? What's going on here?" You know. And the second level of payment is where you put food on the table for your kids. You buy gas to take your kids to school and all. That's what we're trying to make sure at ASCAP, you know, that people can still make a living. You know, and you know, American music is the great export of this country. The third level of payment, and it's one we talked about a little bit earlier, is heart payment. That heart payment when somebody walks up to you and says something like, "You know what? 37 years ago, I played this song of yours at my wedding. Can I do that?"
Well, you know, that's what I told Paul. 37 years ago, my wife and I got married, and the song that was played at our wedding was this one, written by none other than Paul Williams and recorded by the Carpenters. It went something like this.
I love it. That's damn near professional. I love that. We've only just begun to white lace and promises, a kiss for luck, and we're on our way. We've only just begun. You know, it doesn't hurt to have your song sung by Karen Carpenter.
No, it doesn't hurt at all, but it doesn't also hurt. You know, in 1974, that was a great song. That's still a great song in 2011. People are still singing it at their weddings.
Roger Nichols and I wrote the song. He wrote the music. I wrote the lyrics. It had all the romantic beginnings of a bank commercial. So it was a bank commercial. We filled it out.
That was originally a bank commercial.
Originally a bank commercial, you know. So yeah, American ingenuity.
Another one that you did, and you recorded it, but then it was a big hit for a little band called 3 Dog Night.
3 Dog Night.
Remember this one?
I wrote this song. You have to trust the Lord. You know, I wrote this song for the Carpenters, and they hated it. They hated it. Yeah. They didn't even listen to it all the way through. I went, okay. And my mama used to say to me, you know, the Lord will slam one door to get you to open another. So I went, Carpenters. We should have done it, but just an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio. 3 Dog Night. And wrapped around the music is the sound of someone promising they'll never go. I'll never go. You'll swear you've heard before as it slowly rambles on. No need in bringing them back, they never really gone. Just an old fan.
Wonderful song. We got to do at least one more. You know, I don't think we can close the segment talking to you without one that is recorded by many people, but the person for whom it really took off was not even a human.
Exactly.
And of course I'm talking about Kermit the Frog.
Oh yeah.
Whose big hit was a song of such hope, such optimism, and in a world today when we see Congress fighting and not able to agree on what day it is, we could use a little rainbow connection.
You know, Orrin Hatch is one of my best friends. You can start in Casle's background, but Orrin Hatch is, and I've written a couple songs together. Orrin talks about his great friendship with Ted Kennedy.
Yeah.
And they would sit in Congress, or in the Senate rather, and just yell at each other, just, you know, blah, blah, whatever. And then Ted Kennedy would go over to Orrin and he'd say, "How do you do?" And there is an essence of that. There is, you know, and when you boil it all down, what our lives are really about is love and service. You know, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Gratitude is the fuel that drives my life. I'm a grateful man. You know, I thank God every day. I'm 21 years sober. That's a big part of my life.
Wonderful.
So,
Congratulations.
So, and I'm real open about that and all, but this is my favorite song, and I wrote it with Kenny Asher for the nicest guy in show business. And there's a line in it that I think fits nicely on this show. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. Well, so we've been told, and some choose to believe it, but I know they're wrong. Wait and see, and someday we will find it. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Well, who said that every wish would be heard and answered if wished on the morning star? My favorite line. Well, somebody thought of that. Someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. And what's so amazing, that keeps us stargazing. And what do you think we might see? Gotta keep looking, 'cause someday we will find it. The rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me, on both sides of the aisle.
That's wonderful, Paul. Thank you. Oh, what an honor to have you here. Paul Williams, thank you. Next week marks 10 years since 9/11. On Friday, September the 9th, an organization called Since You Went Away is holding a tribute concert for American heroes featuring international tenor Carl Scully. For information on the benefit concert, go to sinceyouwentaway.org. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a safe Labor Day weekend. Until next week, when we'll be back in New York, good night and God bless.